hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell.
Do y'all know what time it is? Do y'all really know what time it is? It's time to grab your popcorn, grab your best beverage. It's time to relax your ears. Wrestling season has returned, baby. Yeah. That's right. And it's time for your main event. Coming down the aisle, we have the one, Bobby Wrestles. And he is accompanied by the beautiful Mia Moore. This is the main event. Welcome to the All About Wrestling podcast.
Wrestlers and wrestling fans, welcome to another episode of The Briefing. I'm your guy, Bobby Wrestles, and I'm here on a weekday. And folks, a few days removed from Survivor Series, but we have to talk about it. And I will be remiss if I do not talk about Survivor Series and the effects that the success of the Survivor Series has had on the wrestling world. Folks, good afternoon. Come in. Fandito, I see you in the chat room. And I see you talking hella reckless, hella crazy, as we appreciate. Folks, a lot has transpired in the world of pro wrestling. Survivor Series War Games, all right? There's a couple phrases that I want to mention that are very appropriate with what we have witnessed. One appropriate phrase that I would like to say is simple and sweet. Right? Simple and sweet. Another one, which I will say, and you'll have a lot to actually compare with that one. You'll understand where I'm going with this. Work smarter, not harder. Now, WWE Survivor Series War Games only had 5 matches. That's the typical format in WWE that we're used to, right? Or AEWers, we go and we watch premium live events, we watch pay-per-views, and we have 10 matches, 12 matches, right? But you want to work smarter, not harder. 5 matches, all right? 5 matches. In fact, world championships were not even up for grabs. And this is Survivor Series. This is one of the staples of WWE, all right? The Big Four, right? And we know the Big Four: SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, right? No world championship title was up for grabs, and it did not have to be, because this show was amazing. It was amazing. So much so that I practically felt like a kid again. I did. Not knowing what's going to happen. Surprise after surprise. People putting their bodies on the line for us, for our enjoyment, for our entertainment. Folks, this is what we've seen. This is what we've seen, and this is what Triple H is giving us. We have a lot to unpack here. Fandito, he states, best thing is now it seems like snakes are coming out because now someone exposed who led to Punk's AEW firing. That is correct. I'm not going to go into detail, right? I was on the phone with the tantalizing Tony, all right? He gave me that information. However, my focus is about Survivor Series, all right? And folks, you see my shorts popping up once in a while. I do videos, and I called it. We knew. It's no surprise. I'm just going to put this up here, guys. I'm going to put this up here. And I hate to say I told you so, but let's watch this clip. All right, so something big's going to happen on Survivor Series. I'm not going to say it. You guys can probably already guess where I'm going with this. All right, there's a lot of people that say it's not going to happen. A lot of people say it's going to happen. I look just as good as I did then. But we knew there was a possibility we were going to get Randy Orton. All right, that was thrown out there. We knew he was coming back. Half of us believed that we were going to see Punk. The other half may have given up. It was too late. But the subliminal messaging, the quotes, the phrases wrestlers were saying that were synonymous with CM Punk, and we got it at the very, very, very last minute as folks were standing up and leaving the arena. Chicago, why not now? Perfect time for CM Punk to make his triumphant return to WWE. All right. We are on the road to the Royal Rumble. We are on the road to the Rumble. All right. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to talk about wrestling news. Ladies and gentlemen, Wrestling Online. This is the Wrestling Online report. All right. A few things I want to talk about. A few stories from my good friend Colin Vassallo, who is the CEO of Wrestling Online. Go to Wrestling-Online for your daily dose of wrestling news and information. All right. So if you are unaware, Stephanie McMahon was at Survivor Series. All right. Will we see a resurgence of the women's division? She was visiting Survivor Series and was sitting ringside along with her daughters during the show. This is the first time she appeared in public at a WWE show since she left the company. McMahon, the former chairwoman and CEO, co-CEO of WWE, she quit after her father, Vince McMahon, forced his way back to the company at the end of last year. Remember that? All right, so Vince now no longer holds power as it has shifted to Endeavor, who holds a majority stake in WWE, and reports said that he's not even been involved in bringing CM Punk back, as it was strictly handled by Nick Khan and Triple H. All right, Stephanie holds no official title, no official role within WWE or TKO, apart from her owning several thousands of shares in the company. All right, so I would like to see a Stephanie McMahon resurgence. I'm pretty sure the women's division would. Today, get your tickets. Bash in Berlin. Tickets are on pre-sale today. The Bash in Berlin pre-sale begins today at 10 a.m. local time at Ticketmaster.de. And demand is expected to be huge. Tickets for the premium live event will be combined with the recently announced SmackDown, also from the same arena, with the shows happening back-to-back and Friday, August 30th and Saturday, August 31st. You will need a pre-sale code, which WWE is sending before tickets hit the market, to be eligible to purchase any tickets today. General public on sale for SmackDown and Bash in Berlin will be available Thursday, November 30th at 10:30 a.m. And that's CET. Also at www.ticketmaster.de. To maximize ticket sales, there will be no stage and an entranceway similar to that used for Survivor Series this past weekend. Every single seat inside the Mercedes-Benz Arena will be available for sale, except those which are kept for production. All right, let's shift gears. AEW All In 2024 pre-sale is happening now. Pre-sale for AEW's All In pay-per-view at Wembley Stadium kicked off this morning on Ticketmaster.co.uk. There are several options available, including single seats, hotel packages, transport packages, and VIP packages. AEW has opened around 15,000 tickets for today's pre-sale, according to WrestleTix, and the prices are significantly higher than they were this past August. There will also be less seats on sale as the company is anticipating a much smaller turnout compared to this year. I wonder why. The ticket map shows that a large set and the long entrance will be on the end zone, whereas this year, the less intrusive set and entrance were on the 50-yard line. Tickets go on sale to the general public this coming Friday. All right, and more recently, if you've seen the news, Tony Khan, he says he cannot talk about Punk to WWE. Apparently, President Tony Khan did not want to talk about this, about Punk returning to WWE, saying he cannot legally do so. He appeared on BBC Radio West Midlands to promote All In pre-sale at Wembley Stadium. The host Steve Herman asked Khan about his thoughts on Punk going back to WWE during this past weekend at the Survivor Series. Can't talk about that, nor do I think it's the time or the place, Khan swiftly responded, probably anticipating that such a question was coming sooner or later. But I appreciate you asking. And I'm very excited about AEW All In Wembley Stadium, not to dodge or duck your question. It's just not something I can legally talk about. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Wrestling Online Report. If you're going to do some interview, won't you, and maybe it's just me, I'm going to have a special guest on. I think I'm going to kind of talk about, hey, I'm going to ask you this question about this and about that. because I don't want the interview to look kind of crappy. I don't want to put you on the spot. That's just me. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm a perfectionist. But we don't do that to our special guests. And speaking of special guests, ladies and gentlemen, this upcoming Thursday night, you asked, you shall receive. We're going to have Ari Alexander, pro wrestler, coming on the show. Perhaps she'll answer our questions. Perhaps she'll even clear up the situation that we got information on regarding Lexis King and the breakup. Folks, stick around. Maybe you'll get to ask those questions yourself. Also, tomorrow, we're talking about the NOI family, folks. I got questions. Hopefully, you got questions or even answers. We're going to talk about it. All right, folks, Survivor Series. What a show, right? What a show. Nothing short of spectacular. When I asked you guys, how would you grade WWE Survivor Series? And the majority of you guys gave it an A. All right? Perfect. High score, top score. All right. We got Randy Orton. We got CM Punk. 5 matches, right? And to be clear, it is true, and I do believe, yes, CM Punk's return did outshine Randy Orton's. It's sad to say. How would you have handled it? If you were the boss, would you have separated the two? But the surprise factor was just, it's never been done like that in my opinion, from my experience and from my memories, it's never been done that way, to have a main event close out with a major star return and then another major star returns at the very end. When you think it's about I had the remote, guys. I had the remote and I was getting ready to turn it off. Like, all right. And then the music hits. Probably the loudest pop I've ever heard during a pay-per-view. Ever. And I'm not blowing smoke. I'm not exaggerating. Honestly, this was the loudest pop that I've ever experienced. Perhaps because it was in CM Punk's hometown. But we're on the road to WrestleMania. One interesting topic, and before I get to that, look over some of these comments. Tony Khan and all involved signed NDAs. Yeah, I think that's just kind of lame to say I can't talk about it. Why not? It's an opinion. Who cares, really? Who cares? Do you think Phil Brooks is concerned about suing you? He's happy. He's happy now. But here's the video, guys. This broke the internet. Millions and millions of views. And a lot of people thought it was real. Some people still, no matter what I say, you're going to think it's real. Seth Rollins snapping. CM Punk's at the top of the ramp. You guys think this is real? It's genius. Seth Rollins is a genius. Perhaps we are on the slow burn of a storyline that will lead up to WrestleMania. My good friend Tantalizing Tony made it apparent to me, because I did not understand this. I did not know. I know for CM Punk it was true, but I didn't know that either both Seth Rollins or CM Punk has never main evented WrestleMania. So this is a slow burn storyline, folks. Drew McIntyre, he's still in the picture. We got Royal Rumble. We got WrestleMania. This is going to be a great match and a great storyline because it seems so real. And I mean, I'm really looking forward to it. Let me see here. My comments aren't working anymore. All right, I can see them here. Seth is working. I guarantee they are on a slow burn building a match. I agree with you, Fandito. I agree. So, let me see. Wait a minute. Let me pin that message. Yes, I agree with you. And a lot of people believe that CM Punk would never go back to WWE. Never, ever. I learned this a long time ago. Never, ever say never in wrestling. Never. Because you'll always get a surprise. And the fans, we love surprises. We do. We really do. All right, so this has been a short show, guys. Guys, I got some other stuff that I have to take care of. Please come back. I'm really just debating if I want to do a recorded show for tomorrow about the Anoa'i family. It's going to be a really long research show. All right, we're going to talk about things, break things down. I wonder if I want to do a live or if I want to do a recorded one. But then definitely Thursday night, 9:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you stop back in. We're going to have pro wrestler Ari Alexander on the show live. All right, folks. So keep it real, keep it locked. Fandil, thanks for stopping in, and we will be back with you guys soon.